I've been trying to record this video for a few days now. For those who have been with me, like, ever since, the 2024 version of Air VHS, or maybe you guys have been around with me for, like, the very start of my channel. Regardless of how long you guys have been here for, I sincerely thank you. The many times I've done before, and I will do it again, thank you guys for sticking with me through thick and thin, throughout these years, Since I've started this channel, it was the exact same as I wanted to do now, which is my do anything you want kind of channel. It's always been like that. Nothing has changed, I guess, except recently though. But we'll talk about that later in the video if I ever bring it up. I probably sound really sick and stuffy. It's just that time of the year because, it's spring turning into summer. Anyway, sorry, getting back on track. I went from making gaming videos. There's only one public video that is on the channel, the first video that you can find there, the Roblox Silent Hill games. But I've actually been making gaming content since I started this channel. The only problem was that it went under a different name and all of those gaming videos are shit. And only in that recent time, during that year, 2023 was when I wanted to make gaming videos with a different approach. For a long time now, one of my favorite gaming YouTubers was in fact Glishay Gaming, one of the most influential gaming creators in my life, and I've been watching his content since I was like since I just turned double digit. And that was a long time ago. I'm 22 now. So I wanted to pursue making content similar to his style of making content, his editing style.
It's too bad he ain't cute in real life. Just kidding, just a kidding. I was in fact not kidding.
Obviously it didn't fully work out, otherwise there would have been more of this kind of content in my channel that you could watch. But that aside, we also had a first wave of update videos. You know how I still make update videos today? Yeah, we've had OG update videos that were back to back to back. Just like the first era, this one also only has one video. I actually then took a break from making content on my YouTube channel to pursue something else, which was actually a fan webcomic. I'm gonna keep this brief because if you know what I'm talking about, you know. And I don't want to continue bringing this up unless it is absolutely necessary. But initially, this fan comic that I was working on was going to be a game, and then I decided to make things easier for myself and turn it into a webcomic. And so I dedicated a lot of my time to pursue that. Because, I mean, webcomics are really fun to do, and even like today, I haven't really done a webcomic in so long, and I really want to do one at some point. Fan comic, original webcomic, it doesn't matter. And then in the middle of producing that webcomic, I decided to try something else because, I mean, I was a big fan of this Roblox game called Regretivator. I still am. I don't play it as much, but I really love what the team, the Axolotl Sun, is doing with that game, as well as their new game, Millenniacs. I'm a big fan of that development team. And when the initial bait and switch version of Melanie's trailer dropped, I was like very invested. I was like, oh, that's a cool character. I think she's gonna be a fantastic character. Oh no. And with that, actually gave me an idea. I've explained this before actually. That gave me an idea to create a character that basically had a similar fate as Melanie. This would be Connor, guys. This would be him. Initially, it was going to be it was a whole custom floor that I thought about, and he was going to have like a really brutal death there. Obviously, looking back at it, it was pretty dog shit. And I actually took one of the lines from that whole script thing that I made for that initial thing with Connor, and I actually put that in one of my sampler reels. It's actually the latest one. If I keep my eyes closed, nothing will hurt me. And then while I was taking a shower, I was like thinking, yo, what if Connor and Melanie were related somehow? Like they both like became really good friends at one point, and then all that, I don't know. And I just thought about that, and I'm like, yo, this could make for a really cool, like, this idea would be really cool if I actually put it into play. And I did. And Air VHS was the result. And since Air VHS, that's when a lot of you guys, a lot of my community members, like, that's how I grew my community. And I will forever be thankful for you guys being around ever since. Maybe you were there for a little bit, you took a break from watching my stuff, probably because you got tired of hearing updates about AirVHS every which way, you know? It's like, bro, just fucking finish this already. Ah! But yeah, right after that, I also made a video right afterwards where it was me fighting Folly for the first time. I had zero idea on what I was doing. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. Obviously, I've done it a bunch more times, and I definitely got the hang of it. And now it's just like wins on wins on wins. I keep winning. Bro, put me on, coach. I'll do it again. I'll fucking do it again. And then I made more Air VHS related stuff. Just like, thank you guys, thank you message. I also did like a casting call. And then I did devlogs. Devlogs were a thing until they decided to not be. I decided to not make them a thing anymore, except for episode 2. There was going to be an episode 3, and then the devlogs were really fun, and it was a fun concept. Although it was inspired off of another dev team, which I also don't really want to talk about much. As much as it was a fun concept, and I like getting people involved in these devlogs because, it's fun. Viewers get to look in and be like, yo, this is awesome. It just didn't work out, so that's why there hasn't been another episode within a year. I'm not going to keep going with talking about all the other videos on my channel. I mean, if you want to go and watch them right after watching this video, go ahead. But with that, I also want to list the current achievements that I have gotten since actually the last video of 2025. So first off, I went to go to the movies and I watched Iron Lung, and I was very much happy with watching the movie. I really enjoyed it. I did also make a game. It's a very short game with 2 minutes of gameplay. I don't know if you would even consider it a game. It's basically but yeah, it's a very short, sloppy indie fan game that I made that you can play. It is linked. There is an itch.io. You can go to itch.io and get the game. And then on May 7th, which if you guys do not know, is my birthday. I had a really good time. I got loads of presents, and I went to a buffet and had a near food coma. It was amazing. And then you could also look at the latest video that I made. Shut up. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. But the short little meme that I animated with 2 original characters that I would like to use in a future project, just being able to work on it and actually finish it has really helped me build more confidence in animating for many things. This includes the project that I really need to get done. You know the one. Here is where things kind of... I did the thing again. I'm doing the thing that I continuously talk about in a lot of my updates, which is juggling through everything. It is a consistent problem that I have. This is true, and I will not deny it. So because of doing all that and just having stress on my hands generally because of everything going on, this is why this video is being made. Because, I mean, you probably already see the title. I'm stepping away. Not forever, this isn't me quitting. This isn't me I'm throwing in the towel. Bye-bye. This isn't me quitting. I'm not quitting. I will never give up on my dreams, and I'm not going to give up on my fans and my community. And I'm not fully stepping away from the internet. I'm not fully stepping away from, interacting with the community and my fans, because, I mean, I stream over on Twitch. twitch.tv/KyodenTPorc. This also kind of means that I get to be more consistent in my streams, so it's not once in a blue moon. But what else does this mean for the future of my content, the future of KyodenTPorc? This means that I can actually provide myself more time to work on my projects, especially Air VHS, without having to keep my community and my fans worrying about my whereabouts and the progress on Air VHS. They get to have a little surprise. And especially because I just keep updating on Air VHS and there's not really much that I'm saying. So you guys are probably getting really bored of waiting, and eventually you're just not gonna be this. Yeah. Well, typical. I mean, I'll still give updates whenever I can and have actual new info to share. It's just not gonna be on places like YouTube. It's, if anything, if I talk about it, it's probably gonna be me being live on Twitch talking about it. Once again, twitch.tv. This will also mean that except for the projects that I'm already in, I'll be out of commission for providing both music and voiceover. This would mean that I'm not going to be looking for any new work. That is until I get back to the regularly scheduled content programming. Especially because I'm a one-man army and I'm doing just about everything. Just like how I'm providing myself more time to work on my projects without, all the stress of trying to update people. I also get to give myself more time to plan for, big future things. Obviously not now. I'm not gonna I'm doing the same thing again of juggling everything. But I do want to plan ahead for something really big in the future that is after I am finished with stuff like Air VHS and all that. That way I'm not juggling as much, especially because I just said it earlier, I'm a one-man army. I do a lot of projects almost on my own, and that takes so much time to do and so much effort. You guys will not know when I come back to making content, and that's because I don't know when I'm coming back to making content. But I know that I will. I just don't know when. And when I do, there's gonna be, big plans for future content, big changes actually, because I want to do something special with at least a couple of my channels. I want to do something different. I want to change things up, The reason why, because this isn't even my first channel that I made, KyodenTPorc. I had a whole different channel under a whole different name, and the reason why this channel existed and still exists was for a clean slate. And I don't want to wipe everything off, especially because, you can see the history, and I think looking back historically, looking at, the history of the channel is a very fun thing to do. But yeah, I would love to, in the future, have, a really cool idea of what I want to do with the main channel and another channel. Probably my gaming channel, if anything. But I cannot say what for, because, that's just kind of spoiling it. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to go through with it yet, so there's going to be a lot of time before I really decide on it. Finally, I think I've just about finished recording this video, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it one more time for this video. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Each and every single one of you for... I don't really care how long you've been here for. Maybe this is your first time interacting with me in this channel. This is the first video you've ever seen. Or maybe you've been around since, certain eras of my channel. Maybe you've been around, since, the the worst era on my channel that happened recently. I don't want to talk about it much, but I will acknowledge it because that is something that did happen. If this is your first time seeing me and this channel, or you've been around since, the very first video, again, I just assume a lot of you guys came from Air VHS. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for sticking around. It's been a pleasure, and it will still be a pleasure. I don't know how I want to end this video, so everyone get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Ah, what the? Impossible! This isn't a car! No! No! Yeah, Herman!